I sure hope that worked the way I was wanting it to work. I don't know if it will, if it did. But hi, everybody. Lori with the Goodbye Good Girl Project here. Let's get this party started. Let's get the party started. What party? What are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about the party where you stop following the damn rules. Honey, what rules? What rules you mean I mean, you are following a whole passel of rules and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. What do you mean? Well, I'll tell you what I mean. I will tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean, what I really, really mean. But no, I will tell you. We're in a time of change. You have to have noticed. Either that or you're dead. You're out of here. We're in a time of incredible change, and that means we have to change. Like, we have to change. We have to not be stuck doing what we've done for frickin' ever. Because what we've done for frickin' ever, probably noticed, hasn't worked. Hasn't worked. So what I do is I come in and I help you kick the patriarchal habit. Now, it's internalized. It's internalized. You don't know it. You've been programmed, and we're going to get you the hell out of programming. And the only way to do that is to show you what's happening. So you go, oh my God, what was that? What? I don't want that. I want something else. I want something else. Reminds you of that MASH scene. We want something else. We want something else. Yeah, that's when, what's his name? Oh, come on. Alan Alda was like, we want different food to eat. We don't want the same food to eat. We want something else. We want something else. Okay. Anyway, you don't know who the hell I am. My name's Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And look, y'all, aren't you tired of living according to the rules that aren't working for you? This is what I want to know. Are you tired of working by the rules, living by the rules, playing by the rules that don't frickin' work for you? Say yes. Because none of this stuff works. Honestly, none of this stuff works for us. And it's been built that way. It has been built for the failure, literally built for the failure of the people who don't have the control. And this is the woman who's showing up now. You understand what I'm saying? The Empress, the feminine, she's here. And she's going, I ain't going nowhere. My wisdom is the wisdom you need. And it's time for you to get going. It's time for you to pay attention to this. It's time for you to pay attention to your internal feminine. And that means your creativity. That means your asking of questions and not just following some damn rules that are somebody else's. It's not going to work. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick reading here for the collective, even though there is absolutely almost nobody here. So welcome, anybody who has joined. I'm Lori with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and this is where we destroy the patriarchal rules that are internalized so that we can make a damn difference in our own lives. Because you ain't going to make a damn difference in anybody else's life if you don't make a damn difference in your own. And that's the truth, and you know that's the truth. So all of that conditioning that tells you, go out and be of service and you'll win. No, you won't. Not unless you're doing it from joy and freedom of expression and an openness and a happiness. Otherwise, you're done. So what I do is I focus on the strength. I focus on our strengths because I come from a very specific kind of background. Thank you, Jennifer. I come from a very specific kind of background where I questioned every single dogma I could find, every single spiritual ism that I could find, because I said, I don't really give a crap if I can repeat it, pray it, believe it, have faith. No, I want to know it. I want to experience it. I want it to be real for me. I want it to make a difference in my life today, not 40 years down the road. I want to, so I started wading through all of the dogma. Just have faith. In what? Just have faith. In what? Have faith in what? Don't tell me to just have blind faith. I'm going to kick your ass. That's not helpful. It is totally what I call the patriarchal castle rules. Patriarchy says, It's us. It's only us, meaning the masculine. And feminine, see you later. We don't care unless we need to F you or we need to have babies. Bye-bye. And I'm like, bye-bye to you. Now, there's lots of women these days. Hi, Iris, but hi, honey. There are lots of women, younger women now, who are going, I'm sorry, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not going to play this stupid frickin' game anymore. Hi, Devin. They're going, look, I don't want to raise a man-child. Not my business. Not what I'm here for. I do not want that. I would never sleep with my child. Why would I have a husband that was like my child? That makes no freaking sense. So a friend of mine last night said to me, well, at least, things are changing because young women are going, no, hell no. And I said, that's not real transformation. It's only part of the situation. It's only part. Because that's the external. That's the, I'm not doing that. But you know what you haven't gone to inside? It's the part inside yourself that still believes, that still has an emotional and a mental pattern that it knows so well. And so you can say all kinds of stuff that sound badass, and then you'll go out and you'll sacrifice yourself to the first person you meet. Because your need, which you haven't addressed within yourself, so that you can first and foremost and always be enough for you first, hasn't been addressed yet. And this is what we don't talk about. And this is what I talk about. The patriarchal castle rules that have become, they're social, they're religious, they're spiritual, they're ideological, they're, you name it. You have to know what they are, and then you have to start spotting where you are living them, thinking them, resonating with them, not even knowing it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is not one more thing to beat yourself up about. This is not one more place that somebody's going to go, here's a 3-step process where you can fix yourself. It's not about fixing yourself either. No, it's about the opposite. And it is about as crazy as the norms can ever expect. And it's why that traditionally it's hard to get people to listen to this kind of message. The religious people do not want to hear it. The spiritual people do not want to hear it. The personal growth people do not want to hear it. Why? Because it gives the power back to you, the individual. It lets you be the absolute author of your life. And the patriarchal rules and the patriarchal stuff inside ourselves don't like it. They want to find mommy and daddy and make it be okay. Here, make me happy. Here, make me safe. Here, I don't know what to do. You know why we don't know what to do? Because we were kept away from the place that does know what to do. We were entrained out of it. Absolutely told that it's too feminine, it's too weak, it's too this, it's too that, it's not useful. Bullshit. All of it is bull. How do you feel is the most important question you can ask yourself once you have the right response to yourself. But how the hell do you feel? I'm stressed out of my mind. That's important. You're important. Well, no, I'm just some schlub living in Florida or whatever. As long as you decide you're just some poor schlub living in wherever, then you are just some poor schlub living in wherever. But the fact is that because you can choose to think and feel and look at things differently, your life can change. It means that you are the author of your life and you're being damn lazy. We all do it. We all do it. We haven't had the sense, we haven't had, not the sense, but the sense, we haven't had the experience of strength and of understanding that that is where we need to anchor our true identity. Your identity is not your issues. Your identity is not your trauma. Your identity is the person who's come through all of that. That's your identity. Who's the person who got knocked on her ass and got the hell back up? That's your identity. Who's the woman who said, oh my God, I have not respected myself, and I'm going to stop that. That's ridiculous. That's your real identity. The one who goes, what the hell? And tries again. What the real you is the one who starts questioning. The real you is not the one who sits there going, I'm going to wait until Washington gets its stuff together. It's not going to happen. Not the way it used to. Scary? Yeah. True? Yes. Hey, Paragon, I am on a tear, buddy. Whew, good evening. What are you noticing in your life that feels like it's holding you back? Please put something in the chat. Let's dismantle that thing. Because the thing for me that I am noticing now, and I'm investing my energy, not my energy, but my attention, right? My attention and my intention. Why am I not happier? I know I've got some challenges, some physical things going on. Okay. Does that mean I'm supposed to not be happy? Well, yeah, I haven't fixed it. The problem with that one is I'm judging myself by, am I there? Are we there yet, Mom? And if we're not there yet, then it must be my fault. That is a patriarchal loop. It is pernicious. It's ridiculous. And instead of pushing against it, I'm just watching it and I'm going, what could I do in this moment that's going to give me a little bit of happiness? Right now, right stinking now, in the middle of my completely fakakta life, what is going to help me? That is like, oh my God. That's breaking all the rules, all the internal rules, the internalized patriarchal thou shalt not rules. Thou shalt not be happy until thy coffers are filled with gold and thy loins are filled with sex. Like whatever it is for you, right? Like thou shalt not be happy until. Who said? Well, apparently I said, and I say. So since I'm the one who keeps saying it, I can stop saying it, but I can't just stop. This is a pattern. You don't just stop it. Chloe Love! Hi, baby. Oh my God, you don't just stop on a dime. Stop expecting miracles of that kind. Because that is the patriarchal castle definition of a miracle. It is not mine. And I, honey, have experienced what you would call miracles. Growth is small. And then at some point, suddenly, it all speeds up and you go, God, what happened? That was fantastic. It's not because it just happened in one moment. It's because you took all the small steps. Exactly. Exactly, Devin. All of a sudden, one day you notice it and it's a tree. There's a movie called The Lake House with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, where they're living in two different time frames. He's 2 years behind her. And somehow they end up communicating via letter through a mailbox in a place that they both live in different time frames. And there's one scene where she has written to him saying, I'm living in this new high rise and the thing I miss is trees. And he goes out, it hasn't even been built yet, and he plants a tree. And the next thing, we go back to see her and it's there. It's very cool. It's a really cool scene. Okay, I'm going to add answer what Paragon asked. Nothing bad happened. I've been working really with an assistant all day long. And it's been freaking fabulous. I'm just kind of done. I wish I had somebody that I was living with who would say like, oh, you tired? I'm like, God, yes, I'm tired. And I wish they'd go, well, let's go out to dinner. Come on, I'm going to take you out to dinner. I would like to be taken care of. But no, once more, I have to turn to me. And I will. I will always turn to me because I am here. And I don't just mean I'm present, like, of course, I'm the one who's here, but I mean I'm finally here. Thank you, Devin. Yeah, I've just felt so lonely since I did that wedding, the rehearsal on Friday and the wedding on Saturday. Mondays are lousy for you. I'm sorry. I'm sending you a hug, too. And you too, Devin. Thank you, my darling. Oh. Chloe, love, I know you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm finally here. I have a question for you guys. Was it one of you who purchased off of redbubble.com a little sticker of my Goodbye Good Girl Project logo? Because somebody did and I was tickled. Oh, thank you, Devin. If your phone worked, is your phone better now? Because, boy, we had trouble talking that one night, didn't we? And thank you. Thank you. And thank you. That means a lot. Card here for us to remember our strength. Oh, hell yeah. One of the best cards in the deck, the Ten of Cups. This is about family. That's what you guys are, is family. Is it a different kind of family than we're used to? Mm-hmm. Do you support each other? Mm-hmm. Are you kind? Mm-hmm. Remember that this is our essence. I get so ticked off at my weaknesses, and then I have to remember that getting ticked off is something I have to allow. Because the first thing I want to do is go, stop feeling. No, that's not how it works. Okay, let's more about that card. Oh my God, this is perfect. More about the Ten of Cups. It's the Three of Cups, which is we do this together. We come to this happiness together. We celebrate together. That's how it works. That's how it works. We've got to stop believing in the rules that we've grown up with and start thinking more strategically and heartfully into what we want to see happening in our lives. Devin, no lie, we can channel those strong emotions into brilliant stuff. No lie. I showed you guys this, right? I showed you this thing I made. Right? I haven't done the inside yet. I haven't put the what do you call it? The red velvet on the inside. You need that. Thank you. Because I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy a bunch of these, and this is fun to me. This is big fun to me. You've never seen that? Yep, I painted it. And will you, Chloe? How much money you got? So yeah, and I'm gonna put this on the inside because some of these things, like this one, it's an earring. So it's on the back side. It's got a little earring thing. Yeah, Paragon, we were talking about that, right? Etsy auction. I love it. So, but on the inside, you can see there's like earrings and stuff. So I want to drape this with this, which is velvety paper. It's also gold on the other side. Woo! I want to have more fun. How many of us are spending our precious lifetime freaking the hell out over money? Putting all of our attention into where's my money coming from, even when we're not doing that. Like, no, I was watching movies today. No, I took a walk. But inside, you're all freaking out. That's where the work is to not work. The work is to not work so hard. You are okay right now. We are all fine. Joel frickin' Goldsmith. He knew this. He practiced this. He did this. His prayers were not prayers of supplication. His prayers were prayers of recognition. I know that I am one. I am complete. I am one with all that is, and there's nothing to fix. There's only God here. Does it take a while to really get that? Yes. You got something better to do? Page of Pentacles. We have got to start doing things differently. I came up with a great idea. I want to see what you guys think of this. I haven't yet found the people who are as excited about the idea as I am. And when I do, I will drag them into my life and I will say, we're going to do this. Because here's the thing. We're all running around separately going, where's my money? I'm looking for work, blah, blah, blah. Freak out. Doing shit we hate to do. Doing jobs we loathe for people we loathe. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What a waste of lifetime. So I'm like, what is it that we can do that is different? That is different than that, because this is the age of freaking Aquarius. This is the age of transformation and innovation. And I'm like, okay, hold up. Hold the phone. I think I got it. I think I've been inspired by somebody else I know who's doing something a part of this. Okay, hang with me. I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So I have a Thursday meeting for women in business, for business from the divine feminine, meaning human first, business birthed from that, not no emotion, business from whatever. Okay. And I met a woman in there who introduced me to another woman who is a guru of a program called Go High Level, which is a CRM system, meaning client relationship management, which simply means a place where your emails can go in and out, you can build your own websites, you can do all kinds of stuff. So this lady, she's like, I charge $999 a year if you pay it all up front, and so I save you whatever it is, it's $100 a month or something. $999 instead of $1,200. And fortunately, I'm at a place where I can say yes to that, so I said yes. Because she also has open office hours twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes, thank you. You go on there. I am such a DIYer. I'm like, if I need something done, I'm going to do it right now. I'm not waiting for your ass. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. I got to get this stuff done. So I cannot write to some place and go, could you get back to me in 48 hours? No. I need it now. And if I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait. But I don't want to be waiting on you for that. So thank you, Devin. That's very kind. And I love it too. So I get to show up any Tuesday and any Thursday I want and go, how the hell do I make this work? And she goes, okay, share your screen. Hit this, make that happen. Oh, that doesn't work that way. Oh, let's try a different way. Oh, I am so a woman of action. My challenge is not to be in action. My challenge is to calm the F down. My challenge, and this is why I need a partner who is just so funny and chill, you know? Anyway. So here's my idea. My idea is, now I started with this being an idea for me, and then I thought, wait, this is an idea for a group of people, and this could spread. This is something that other groups of people could do too. So here's Paula, her name is Paula, who has these open office hour things, because she saw that there was a gap for people who are solopreneurs. She's like, there's a gap. They've got Go High Level, but they don't know how to freaking use it. And there's nothing there to help them other than like the help screen and YouTube. And they're like, eh. So she added as part of her services these open office hours. It's freaking brilliant. She does not charge extra for that. You're a genius. Oh my God. You can email her during the week and go, hey, I have a question. And if she has time, she will answer. If she doesn't have time, go on Tuesday or Thursday. Email her and tell her you can't come Tuesday or Thursday. She'll answer your email. Like, it just works. It just works. All right. So I'm sitting here going, wait, there's lots of stuff that I help people with, whether it's software or business outside of the masculine patriarchal bullshit and into the feminine first, whether it's communication, public speaking, like there's all different kinds of things that I can help with. Writing, all of it. So imagine this. Imagine you get 4 friends together. So there's 5 of you. And everybody has their own set of skills. They don't have to be totally separate, but everybody has some skills. And you go out there and you're not forming a business together. You're not doing that. That's too much work. You've each got your own businesses. Have a nice day. But what you are doing is charging every month for people to come anytime they want to, those 2 times a week or that 1 time a week or whatever you set it up to be, so that they can always come and ask a question and have it answered. And if it is something that, let's say Paragon, it was you and it was a physics question, right? Then the platform that I'm on now, not Zoom, the platform that I'm on now, you have to just click a button and you go into another room with this person, you have a conversation and you fix their problem and they're happy and they leave. So the only question is how much do you charge for something like that, and how do you make sure the money gets divvied up right? And if somebody comes and then they go, God, I really want to work with Paragon individually, and Paragon goes, great, I charge this much, and they go, great, I'm going to pay you, and then Paragon pays me as the leader of the thing 10% or something, some kind of kickback for you introduce them to me. To me, this is genius. You've got 5 people marketing one thing that they all get to benefit from. You've got something that the entrepreneurs of the world really, really need. The people who are on a shoestring, the people who don't have any freaking money. And they're like, I can't hire a marketing person. I can't. All right. Anyway, that's my idea. I think it's phenomenal, and I can't find anybody else who thinks it's as good an idea as I do. But eventually, I either will or won't. I don't really care. It's business consulting on the fly. Like, it's business consulting now. I don't know if you've ever tried to start a business, but it is not like working. It's not like working for money. It's not like working for somebody else. It's a completely different animal. It looks like it should be the same animal. It's not the same animal. It's just not. Everything needs to happen, it seems like, at the same time, and you're only you. And you have this much money, not this much money, not corporate money. It's freaking easy to be a VP in a corporation. I'm sorry, nothing easier. Roll off a fucking log, it's easy. You know why? Because you've got people like me and people like you doing the other work for you. All you got to do is, you're part of the gig, which is whatever it is, it's only one tiny, tiny part. You come out, you become your own person, your own boss, and you're freaking lost. And that's how it is supposed to be. Anyway, here's what I want to say about all this. Authorship. I want to say the word authorship. Do you want to be the author of your life? Do you want to be the one who writes the play that you are in, that you are starring in? Or do you want to be the extra who sits there waiting for the director and the writer and who else to tell you what to do and where to go sit? Some people really do want to be the extra, okay? There's a cost for both, for each of them. There's a cost. If you are just the extra, you're going to be a victim to your life in a way that feels very disempowered a lot of the time. Thank you, Chloe. You're going to be relaxed in one way because thank God I'm not responsible for this. But in another way, you're going to feel like, why do they keep telling me to do this? Why do they keep telling me to do that? Why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? It's happening to you because everything happens to you. You do not create anything. You do not put your energy intentionally into anything. So everything's going to always just happen to you. This is the cost of your choice. If instead you want to be the author of your story, who has the authority, get it? Yeah, the authority for your life, that requires a different kind of energy. And it means that you're going to have to learn how to rest too. Because all we know how to do is work our butts off. It's what we've been taught. This is what you have to do to win. You want lots of money, you have to work your ass off. You have to not care about other people. You have to not care about yourself. You just have to work. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you for sharing. It's time for us to get out of this self-punishment cycle. And it's not like we can run screaming. We have to do something different with it. Something so weird. We just have to come up with a slightly better approach, a slightly better feeling response. I've been thinking about this, like, can I be a better friend to me? I don't think I've ever been my friend until quite recently. I am now becoming my friend. No, I was my judge and my jury. Forget that. If we want everything, if we want to have it all, Ten of Pentacles, if we want to have the whole enchilada, you can't do it without yourself. And yourself is not going to stick around. Your emotional and vibrational selves are not going to be very present if you keep pounding on them. I'll be back here when you decide to come talk to me without screaming or accusing or whatever. It's up to us. Isn't that something? Up to us. So here, I decided, yes, I'm going to grab a bunch. I'm going to go buy from, I don't know, what are those, like Goodwill and stuff like that. I'm going to go buy a bunch of these. I can't think of words, so screw it. A bunch of those. So I can calm down. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's some cool stuff I bought at a place called Indigo Hippo. You can buy like a ton of stuff for like $6. It's recycled artwork, art supplies. How cool is that? So all I need is my, what do you call it? My glue. And oh, hell yes. I've got this too, these two. Nice. I've got all kinds of weird, you can buy all kinds of stuff and then put it all over a lampshade, for God's sake. I've got this. Anyway, it is somebody, I don't know if it was one of you guys, but somebody bought a sticker of mine. I couldn't have been more surprised. First of all, the last time I've mentioned Redbubble and my merchandise was like, it was like a week ago. Before that, I haven't talked about it forever. Yeah, it's boring. Somebody went and bought one. And I went, huh, it's a sign. Got to start doing stuff. But you know what? I'm really, really tired of doing stuff just because I think it'll make money. I'm so tired of that. You know what I really want? I want connection. I want friendship. I want to feel good about me. I want to feel good about us. I want to, I don't know what. And I've been told lately that, like, not me specifically. Well, I was told me specifically on Sunday, but before that, I was seeing all over YouTube about how, oh, Lori, oh, Capricorn, some incredible opportunity is going to come. Don't put it aside just because it's not in the form you thought it would come. And I'm like, whatever form it comes in, bring it on. Let's go. Stop teasing me. Let's go. Now, I went and did something extremely cool. Yeah, yeah. It's the thing's desires is not where it's at. Fuck, whatever. Um, so I went to Claude.ai and I went, okay, look, I need to understand something here. I've had a life of tremendous strength and suffering and perseverance and all kinds of cool shit, but it's been really hard. So I've heard that we cling to our stories. We keep telling the old stories. I'm like, I don't have a story. I said, my story is it's been hard. What is the purpose for my journey? I need to understand what's the journey. What's the story? What have I been doing? What am I moving towards? Where am I going? What the hell is happening? And so I said, here's my chart. Because you can go get your chart for free in a number of places. You can go to astro.com. So pull my chart. I give it to Claude.ai. I go, what is going on? And it gives me some stuff about building strength and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I had the brilliant idea. Ask it to look at you through the lens of Vedic astrology. That's Indian. Vedic astrology is so freaking specific and so powerful, and it does its thing based on a completely different star. So it's specific AF. It's ridiculous. For instance, in my 30s, I paid $350. Okay, this is some years ago, and I paid $350 to get a Vedic astrology reading. And I'm talking to the guy. He's in California. I'm here in Ohio. We're on the phone. There wasn't Zoom or anything like that then. And he interrupts what he's saying to me, and he goes, by the way, now I've not told him about my family at all. And he stops himself mid-sentence and he goes, by the way, your brother, he's chosen a life of suffering. Don't give him a whole lot of money and know that he loves you as much as he's able. How do you know I had a brother? How do you know that he chose a life of suffering? How did he know that he ate up money like it was his right without having a lick of sense? How did he know that he never showed his love, just his need? How did he? Because of Vedic astrology. That's how. So I went to Claude. I said, hey, Claude, can you do a Vedic reading for me? And Claude became an asshole. And Claude said, I just need to let you know in all honesty that I'm not a Vedic astrology reader. You might want to contact a Vedic astrology reader. And I'm thinking, I'm not paying whatever the equivalent is of $350 from 30 some odd years ago. No, I'm not doing that. Can't you just do a reading? So we tussled for a while and it gave in. As long as you realize this is not an accurate, just freaking do it. Just do it. Okay. I need Vedic astrology from now on. In Vedic astrology, and I've known this for a while because, again, some 30-something years ago, there was another guy I went to at Amachi's ashram who did readings, and I went to him and blah, blah, blah. And he said, you're not a Capricorn in Vedic astrology, you are a Sagittarius. I went, all right, I don't know what that means. Well, let me tell you what Claude's reading did. It said to me, it gave me my story. It gave me the purpose. And it reflected the purpose I already have, which is the point. It's not, let me put a Band-Aid on me and call that me. No. I've been using my entire adult life to get to be able to embody the divine mother love, to feel it, to live it, to understand it, to see, just to work through it, I mean, honestly, why would I ever want to go through this life feeling alone when I am one with that? Why not just find the thing that I am one with? I mean, that doesn't mean exclude other people, but it seems like an awfully good opportunity if I've learned that the kingdom of God truly is me, within me as me, then it would make a good story for me to shake hands with myself, at least. At the very least. And the Vedic astrology said, you are someone that will not stop, will not settle for dogma. You will not settle for explanations that require blind faith. You will not do it. You want proof, and you want to live the damn proof. And I went, halla frickin' luya. That is the truth of me. And that is what I try to teach you guys. That's what I talk about to you guys. Give up the dogma. I don't care if it's social, religious, spiritual. I don't care what it is. Sexual. I don't care. Your dogma is always at least one very big step away from you. I don't know how to put it any more clearly. It it both troubles me and sometimes frees me that this moment will never come again. And that simultaneously all the moments of our lives are really just one moment. Everything's happening in the same moment. So they say. Makes sense to me. I experienced that at one point. Trippy as hell. I actually did experience that. Ooh wee, baby. What are we to do? Do we sit here and continue to beat the crap out of ourselves without noticing that that doesn't feel good, and that maybe it might be okay to let go, to be kind? I don't know. I mean, where is the hook? I did experience that once, Chloe. Yeah. Don't you go up on that. Don't you go. Oh God, that's what you want? Okay, here you go. There. Go have a good time. Yeah, I was in a workshop, a Stephen Levine workshop. He was a very well-known spiritual, personal meditation growth guy in the 80s and 90s. And he and his wife, Andrea, had these workshops, and I got to go to one. They have books, too. So if you look up Stephen Levine, I think it's PH. Yeah, there's one of his books is called Who Dies? Anyway, he and his wife worked with the dying as one part of what their work was. And they were very profound people. And they had an exercise. And the exercise that they had us do, there were maybe, I don't know, let's say 100 people in a room. And they had us pair up, and then one person would sit cross-legged on the floor, and the other person would lie down in front of them on their back. They would not be touching in any way. And the person who would be lying on the floor would just be lying there, breathing, just letting go and breathing. That's it, just focusing on their breathing. And the person sitting up would be watching the rise and fall of the chest of the person breathing. And every time the person would breathe in, they would breathe in. And when the person would breathe out, they would breathe out. But they would do so audibly, with a sigh. Like, even just doing that relaxes my back right now. But it was in rhythm. It was in rhythm with the person who was lying on the floor. So I was lying on the floor, and I was doing that thing. I was just breathing. And suddenly my consciousness went into a place where I heard everybody breathing at different times in the same moment of time. Went into it, came out of it just as quickly. Like, whoa. There's so much to us that we don't even think to ask about because we've been brainwashed to believe that we're limited. You are not limited in any frickin' way whatsoever, not really. You may believe that you are. You may have been enculturated to think that you are. You may have the patterns of saying to yourself, I'm limited, I'm limited. But those are not complete. Chloe, I'm sorry. So, but that's not the complete thing. I glitched. What did you miss, honey? I'll repeat it. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I came into a moment where I heard all of the other 99, or no, all of the other 49 people breathing out like, breathing out at different moments, except that it was all happening within the same moment. Crazy. I've had moments like this, moments of awareness. I remember once I was working for, I was doing a temp job for a photographer somewhere, and somewhere out in California probably. And I'm sitting at a table with like 6 or 7 other people. We're all talking, we're having lunch or something. Some of them are photographers, some of them are helpers, some of the, I don't care who it was there. But I suddenly realized that I was looking at all of them and I couldn't see myself. And the person next to me was looking at everybody else, including me, but couldn't see their selves. The person next to that was looking at everybody else and couldn't see themselves. And I realized that there was a central point in the middle of the table at which nobody was really present. None of us were able to see ourselves. There's nobody here. Don't ask me to explain what that means. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I can't help you. I just know it was the most remarkable moment of there's nobody here. We're all busy looking at each other and we can't see ourselves. There's so much more to us. It's because of these moments that I keep going. Where is the answer? What is the deal? What is going on? And I really want to, and I am, challenging my belief that there's anything such as lack. There is no such thing as lack. Not foundationally, not fundamentally. It's not real. It's not real. But we have free will, which has been hijacked by the patriarchal conditioning. And the patriarchal frickin' conditioning says, thou shalt suffer, thou shalt fail, we shall remain in control, and you shall fail and be a victim. And so we follow the rules because the consequences of it that have been run through our nervous systems and our brains and our practices and are that, oh my God, I'm going to get voted off the frickin' island if I don't go along with this. Nobody will love me. God will hate me. I won't get any money. I'll never find a job. This is all bullshit. But we believe it. So the question is, what do we do with this information? Because I do not believe in just going, well, let's just woman up or man up or something up. No, that doesn't do it. That's the patriarchal answer. Keep fighting, babe. Keep expending your energy because you ain't going to win that way. So you keep doing that. Yeah, you do that. You fight. That's good. That's really good. It's why they love the fact that we are holding nationwide marches. We're like, oh, we showed them. Showed them what? Now, there is a good energetic payoff to all of those marches that the patriarchy will never acknowledge. But, the problem is neither do we. We think it's all about the physical, and it's all about making things work the way I want them, and it's all about, we've got to bring in the feminine. We've got to start aligning with the fact that we are complete human beings, and we've got to stop living like we are little brains and mini men. It ain't true. Even the men ain't mini men. Like, they're just playing a freaking game, the ones who are blind. They're like, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be in charge of you. Oh, shut up. You're not in charge of freaking anything. You really aren't. I've had it. I've absolutely had it with the insanity of thinking that the way things have been for the entire age of Pisces, the last millennia and a half, or whatever the hell it is, that had anything to do with sanity. It had nothing to do with sanity. It had to do with exploring what it is like to be separated from your damn emotions. Oh, don't pay attention to those things. They're not important. What do you think? Aren't you afraid? Don't you want to plan? Don't you want to protect yourself? No, I want to tell you to F off, actually. Because if all you can do for me is make me scared, I got nothing to say to you. And that was my dad when it came to money. See that money? Be very, very afraid. And I learned my lesson well. So this is what I am now sitting with as a vibration. It's an assumption of lack. You cannot jump into having a bunch of money if you never, oh, thank you, winning team. Thank you for being the winning team, whoever you are. It's really nice to have you. So here I am right now. Now, as we speak today, I'm having to work on getting 4 weeks of checks for my consulting from a company that makes billions around the world. Get me my fucking money. So I'm working on it. But once upon a time, I would have been just done. I would have just been panicked, certain that I was going to die. Like, the emotional feeling would have been like I'm about to be destroyed, because I put all of my security and all of my identity into, do I have money? Now, yes, it got really hard for me. I went freaking homeless in my 50s. So, that's how bad it got. But I'm here in front of you to tell you, that there is nothing that is greater than you. There's nothing that's greater than us. And the work we have to do is not spend a 19th hour sending out another frickin' thing to get a job on the internet at 12 at night when we should be frickin' sleeping. The work we need to do is, how can I be more, let me let it all go. Let me let the world just work let me let energy work the way it's supposed to work. Little newborn babies, they're not sitting around strategizing, how can I get mom to put on my diapers and change this one? They're just, I'm uncomfortable, take this thing off my body. Right? And then something happens. They're like, oh, is that how the world works? We have to do the same thing, but we have to also do it from inside ourselves without mommy and daddy. Because we have the connection. We have to reach for the understanding that we are one with all that is, and try to make that real. Stop just being comfortable only with the sops that keep you from panicking. Those are good sops. But if you stop there, you're never going to get the full embodiment of yourself as a complete, amazing, fierce human being who gets to be here and be you while you're here. Money pisses me off. Excuse me. At least the way that it's used in this culture pisses me off. And that is a good distinction to make, because money itself, I love money. It feels like my natural habitat, honestly. But the anxiety around it and the assumptions of lack and all that makes me freaking crazy. The fact that you can't just live, you have to somehow earn your living. It's not really true. I am told, and I believe it, that there are ways for us to just like allow, and stuff starts to happen that's done differently. I know this, but I also know that it is my work to chill the F out. And I have to be honest about it. Yesterday, Sunday, so sad. I was so sad. I felt so sad. So grief. I felt so much grief. And for once, I was able to just feel it, to just let it be, to just be with it, and to feel like, oh, I just feel so sad. Coloring C's, I see you. I'll answer you in a second. And because I was able to just be with it, to just allow myself to feel it, to allow myself to tear up, to allow myself to talk to myself like a friend, it was a beautiful day. It was a much better day than the days before when I'd been happy. Interesting. Coloring C's has asked, how do you get around that need for money in order to feel like secure and all that stuff when you have a mortgage and you need food? And my answer is that you don't get around it. You just approach it very, very differently. Excuse me. We have an emotional setting within us and a perspectival setting within us that says, I need something, I have to go get it. There's force, there's pushing, there's like, I have to make it happen. There's a sense of aloneness and of, I've got to ramp up my strength, and like there's just a lot in that is about pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Well, the way that energy actually works. Okay, team. Have a great night, honey. You stay awesome too. The way that energy works is it takes the path of least resistance. So it follows whatever the energy is that you are allowing, and also and whatever it is you're focused on, the sort of general direction that you're focused. So if I'm focused on, oh my God, I need these things and I don't have these things, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to start pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. The emotional and vibrational response to that is lack. It's a feeling of fear, of expectation, of more lack. It's not really an expectation of good, is it? It's more like, oh shit. And the energy will run along that channel. And based on how much room you are also, not instead, also giving to, maybe there's some stuff that could happen without me having to beat my brains out, some stuff will come through that way. That's been my experience, and that is my understanding. So it's not so much, well, now I don't need a mortgage, now I don't need it. Like, of course you do. But there are other ways of living too. We assume that I have to have this and I have to have this and this in order to be happy. Like, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's really too small for me, but that's okay. I'm so happy about being here because my landlord doesn't charge me very much for it. So I get to save money. I get to not be panicked every month. Isn't that glorious? Now, I'm also feeling into what it's going to be like when I have my own house. I've never had a house before. And I want my own place. I can feel what it feels like. And this is what you have to do, is feel what it feels like. You think you have to go out and do more. You're already doing enough. You now need to balance it. We need to balance it with feeling. And yeah, everybody deals with loneliness. And yes, I do. But not constantly, not like it used to be. For one thing, I don't want to be rescued. Most of my adult life I wanted to be sort of rescued by a partner. Like, I wanted to have a husband or a lover because I wanted to be rescued from my loneliness. Problem was, they were still their own person, and really the one I was lonely for the most was me. I didn't have a sense of who I really was, where I was really, what I really felt and what I really thought and believed. All I knew was this sort of urgency to find somebody to interrupt the loneliness. And so I would find somebody else who was equally lonely, and then we would bring our issues and phobias together, and then we would explode. So I have friends that if I choose to, I can call and say, let's go do something. And Coloring Sees You are speaking of something that has come to my attention for me in the last week or two. So sometimes it feels like you gain a life of freedom and then it feels boring, not much to do. Right. And so then the challenge that you have and that I am meeting myself is, what do I want to do? I don't mean as a like, what do you want to do for a living? I don't mean that. I mean, Lori, here it is, 10 in the morning. And it's you in your apartment and you're like, God, I am bored. Well, then what do you want to do? What would feed you, Lori? And I thought about that and I'm like, I don't know. But it was a beautiful moment. This is just this weekend. It was a beautiful moment because I realized that I wasn't in a place of, I don't know. Damn it, where's the answer? I wasn't in there. I wasn't that place. I was, I don't know. Maybe I'll sit here and just be until I get the inspiration to move. We want inspired action. That's when you are moving with your own energies, when you are doing inspired action, not just let me go see what else I can do to distract myself. Inspired at something that makes you go, ooh, I'd really like to do that, or oh my God, I haven't done that in forever. Let me go do that. It's stuff like that. And then, yes, of course, your and our emotions are our telephone calls to us, from us. And we've been so well taught to just listen to our brains that we don't even sit down and take the phone call. Hi, what? You seem anxious. Oh my God, I'm so anxious. Okay, well, what's going on? Well, I just feel anxious. Well, you got to talk to me. You got to tell me what's happening, or I can't. We can't move forward. Like, what can I do? What can we do? Well, I just feel like I'm never gonna have a partner. Oh, do you think that's really true? Oh, I don't know. I'm just impatient. Oh, so the anxiousness is from impatience. Yes. Well, is there something else that we could do maybe that would give you something to do and you wouldn't feel quite so aimless? Okay, maybe. Like what? I don't know. What do you feel like doing? I feel like getting in my car and driving. Well, okay, that's great. Gas prices are high. I don't care. Get me out of here. Take me up the street to get an ice cream. Anything. Let's get out. And by doing that, you've paid attention to yourself. You've been your friend. You've shifted your state of your emotional set point. You've shifted your state of being, and you have changed the trajectory of your day. Because instead of sitting there going, I'm so anxious, I'm so anxious, I'm so anxious, I'm so anxious, now you're like, oh God, now you're like, you have a different energy. One that's higher, like, oh, I'm going to go do something. Damn it, I'm going to just go do something. That's high. That's a higher energy. It's a forward-moving energy. Okay, I'm going to go do something. Damn it, screw it. I'm going. This is transformation. Not, I got $1 million and now I'm safe, because you're not. If you've been poor your whole freaking life and you get $1 million, trust me, you can lose it just that fast. I've been there, not the $1 million, but I had a lot of money at one time. It's gone. I've been rebuilding my own. It was my parents' money. And I believe that there was a part of me that went, I don't want to inherit this. I want to do it myself. It's time for us to recognize that we are the power. It's why the feminine has been put down and shoved out and just and all of the words that I can't say on TikTok because they'll get upset. You've got to start listening to yourself. You've got to start caring about how you feel. You've got to start leaning into happy. You've got to start to dare to feel that much better. In a moment, not for your whole rest of your life. Stop putting that shit on yourself. Can you feel a little better right now? Can you take what you're feeling right now and like, think of how it feels when you've just something super has just happened for you. Do you remember, are you aware of how that felt in your body? Close your eyes. How did it feel? Felt spacious. I'll speak for myself. You speak for yourself. Felt spacious. And it felt like all of my worries were not important at all. They weren't in the building. See ya, bye. It felt like relaxed. Ugh. And it felt like I didn't have to have the answers the next day. Coloring C's, you're going to have to find that yourself. You're going to have to find what spacious means for you, because it may be a different word for you. You may feel something that's defined differently, but you know there's a difference. We do basically know the difference between feeling really stressed and feeling really at ease. We know that. How do we know that? We know it because of how we feel. Do we do better when we feel relaxed than when we're stressed? Yes, we do. So why do we say that how you feel doesn't matter? Because the patriarchal castle wants you locked in the tower forever, serving its needs to be in control of you. I don't mind you asking at all. I don't mind you asking at all, Coloring C's, not at all. Yeah, that's a great question. It's a great question. And you're going to have to, since it struck you, my suggestion is that you look at it. You ask yourself, God, what would spacious feel like? You're not going to know. But the fact is, you can open to it. There's two words I want to introduce you to the meanings, because the meanings are different. You know the words very well. One is feeling and one is sensing. Feeling is like when your body sort of feels something. You feel stressed, your shoulders go up to your ears, that feeling. Sensing is non-local. It's a sense. It's how tarot readers work partially, and it's how sensitives work, and it's how psychics work, and I mean it's an energetic. I think that's the best way that I could explain it to you. It's an energetic, and energetics have different rates of frequency. Depression, which is the bottom of the scale, is super slow. Bliss is like a hummingbird, fast. And those energies impact our brains. They impact how we think, what we see, what we feel, what we attract, what we push away. We are the center of our reality. We are the reason for our reality. Now, we don't know every bit of it. It's not like you're sitting here going, I think I would like to be miserable and have this awful experience now. That is not the deal. You're not a masochist. But what you are is somebody on a journey. And you came in here, this is my belief, you can have a whole other belief, you do not have to agree. But my understanding, the thing that makes sense to me is I came here going, I want to learn some things. I want to understand and experience some things. I want to know truth with a capital T. I want to live truth. Not truth over you, not I'm right and you're wrong, not that nonsense. No, the lived truth of the light that we are created. I want to live that. And so I've had to take a step back to widen my view, to understand that there may be other sorts of understandings and awarenesses and awakenings that have to come first. I have to be patient. Damn it. In order to live as fully balanced humans who are both masculine and feminine, and not the toxic masculine only, but the divine masculine and feminine together, where the feminine precedes, because you have to be born before you can freaking do anything. Feminine goes first, masculine supports, and together they travel on. That is how it works. How it doesn't work is what you're seeing in our culture now, where you've got people who have no problem with thinking that compassion is a waste of time and that fascism is a great freaking idea. I can't. Your energy, your focus, your intention, your attention is what creates the weather and the opening of your life. And little kids know how to do it. I love watching little kids, and I love watching my cats. I love watching cats. There's nothing more comfortable looking than a cat lying down. Nothing. Cats look like every single solitary muscle is relaxed. And they're just like, oh, I'm good. I'm really good. And then all you have to do is go, psst, and they go, and they're awake. They're like, alert, attention. Oh, what's happening? And then everything's okay. So they go, oh, I'm just totally fine. I'm good. I want to be like that. I think that's a good goal. I love both dogs and cats, but I have cats. I love cats. Crazy creatures. Yeah, and I have to be careful not to fall into the patriarchal loop of, I'm not there yet, therefore I fucked it. No, you're not. Lori. Honey. Calm the F down, please. Just, like, let yourself off the hook. All right. Can't do any of that without the self-awareness and without the understanding of what it is that you're up against and that it's not you. It's not you. It's not your fault. Patriarchal castle rules say that everything is your fault and you cannot succeed. You should try really hard anyway, because maybe you'll get lucky. But we're not really going to tell you how you can win, and you really can't. So you must be doing something wrong. It is the most outrageous set of contradictory mental emotional rules, and we live with it. We don't even question it. Start questioning it. How could everything in my life be my fault? But wait, Lori, you told me that I'm the one responsible for the weather of my life. Yes, I did. But it's not your fault. You haven't done anything wrong because you were never given the tools to play with to begin with. So how could you have used them wrong? You couldn't. You didn't have them. The setup was, hey, you're screwed up. It's because you're screwed up. So you better go fix it. And then you can be a good spiritual aspirant. Then you can be loved by God. Then you can get the money. Then you can have the job. Then you can find the love. All right? Go work really hard at this. Make sure you... But it's my responsibility. It gets really, really subtle. But anything that makes you feel that it's okay for you to put yourself down, make yourself feel shamed, make yourself feel badly, is not moving you forward. It is a patriarchal loop. And there are so many ways to walk into release, and that's what we're trying to do every day. walk into the next moment of release. Train ourselves over and over again that this is our natural state. This relaxed, let me just enjoy this journey and look at it and hate it when it's really painful, but not tether my camel in the desert of nothingness. This is what we're trying to do. But if you run around trying to fix yourself and blame yourself and everything else, then oh my God. It's just not the way to release, and it's not the way to the path of least resistance, and it's not the way to of who you are. Because you're amazing. We are so amazing. Oh my God. But we have to let ourselves discover it. Right? Like, I'm loving this. I love this thing. I'm like so in love with this thing that I'm creating that I'm going to go out and get a bunch of more. I didn't know. I didn't know that I was going to think that was cool and that I would enjoy the hell out of that. I had no idea. And now I'm like, hey, Paragon here and somebody else, I think it was Chloe, said, try a, what did you call it? Auction. Try an auction. Okay. Who knows? Maybe that'll become my thing. And maybe all this stuff I spout about isn't like the real thing. I don't know. But that's not important. It's not as important as how do I feel? Am I having a good time? Am I having a kind time? Am I giving myself room to be in what I feel right stinking now instead of always, what do I feel now and how can I shift it? What do I feel now? How can I not feel it? What do I feel now? How can I push it out? You can transform emotion. If you've been here at all, which some of you have, all of you who are in here right now have, you know that I know and that I teach how you can shift your emotions, your emotional set point, and rewire your brain. But my therapist is very smart, and at one point she said to me, I know you want to shift this, but could you sit down and listen to it first? It might have something to tell you. And she was 100% right. And that's why I now say that our emotions are a telephone call from us to us. Answer the damn phone. So what do we want to do with the next hour of our lives? What would you like to do? What do you need? What do you feel? Let's see. What? Einstein's letters are sold for $1 million? Okay. I would have thought they would be in like museums and stuff. Anyway, if you just came in and you don't know me, my name is Lori, and I have a business called the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and this is where we confront the internalized patriarchal bullshit and untie the knots so we can see that all of the self-blame and all of the, oh, it's all my fault, it's my trauma, it's my issues. No, it isn't. It's conditioning. I help you look at it from a conditioning perspective so that you can take the weight off of yourself long enough to look at it as it really is and be able to release it's not even yours. Your limitations are not even yours. It's a setup. It's all a setup. And I think that there's a place for my work now because of the time in human history that we find ourselves. In any case, it amuses me. All right, I'm going to get going, you guys. I'm going to go. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. Something kind. Something movement. I'm going to move. All right. Have a good night. I will be back tomorrow. And I appreciate you deeply. Deeply, deeply. Don't forget to visit me on Redbubble. Oh, God. Thank you, Chloe Love. Where's my Redbubble? Hold on a second. Let me get that. Because it's really freaking just so cool. All right, where are you? You left me alone. Why did you do that? Oh, well. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because, honey, I made a whole 65 cents off of that sale. A whole 65 cents off of that sale of that sticker. I think that's cool as hell. All right, guys. See you soon. Be good to you. I love you.